Hey everyone, how's it going? Today we're going to talk about Chapter 931 plus theories and the threats and enemies within the land of Wano. So the Straw Hats currently have lots of enemies they have to take down, lots of people working against them. Big Mom is right on their tail, just showing up at the land of Wano, so there's a lot going on. Excited to walk through this all with you guys. So first we have Basil Hawkins, who I didn't think was going to be such a threat at the start of this arc, but after we saw him take down La and get him with that sea prism stone, I'm starting to see him as a little more of a threat. And as we see some more of his magician abilities here, finding that he's really going to end up being a big hindrance to what the Straw Hats are trying to do, and he's going to be able to help Kaido and really support the Beast Pirates along the way here. Within this arc, we've had the opportunity to see a little bit more of what Basil Hawkins, the magician, can do. We can see that he can draw cards, he can use these as kind of random attacks, or even to see the future a little bit. He got to see that the Straw Hats were going to be rescued as they were running away, so there was no point in chasing them at that moment. He knew they were going to get away, so he's got a little bit of foresight with those. We also saw, as I said, he took down La, pretty amazing. He's got the Sea Prism Stone little nails with him. We can see that he can take damage, but then send that to his underlings, which is an amazing power. It's going to give him a lot of sustainability. And we've also seen that Basil Hawkins can summon the giant scarecrow-looking guy. He's got the big spiked hammer-looking thing with him, and he can kind of have that fight for him, kind of projected like a voodoo doll. So that's kind of intense. A fun and yet speculative opponent that we're waiting to see a little more about is actually Big Mom. So Big Mom's been chasing the Straw Hats, and we've seen some of her power from Totland, but there's a lot of speculation going on right now. How is Luffy going to take down Kaido? Is he actually going to join up with Big Mom somehow? We just saw King kick Big Mom's ship down to the bottom of the waterfall, which is pretty amazing. Maybe she'll get separated from her crew, and that can kind of start a different journey to twist how she might somehow come around and maybe join sides at the Straw Hat for a little bit. There's speculation and a little bit of talk about her helping or assisting Gold D. Roger back in the day, so just an interesting perspective. Big Mom is either going to be a terrifying threat or potentially a very helpful ally. Within the Beast Pirates, we have the headliners and the gifters. I'm going to skip over those quick. They're not too significant anymore as we're ramping into some of the main characters in the Wano arc. So I'm going to jump to the calamities quickly. We have Jack. We've all seen what Jack can do on the land of Zou. Very scary enemy. We saw Kiku was afraid of Jack earlier in the arc. Kiku was like, no, if we attack a headliner, Jack's going to come and he's just going to trample this town. There is some hope though. We see Jack enter and he's riding a crocodile shark, which is pretty cool, I gotta say. But then Shootin' Maru runs up and slices him. So we can see that Jack, even though he's a calamity, even though everything we saw him do in the land of Zou, there are foes out there who are on a similar level to him. So just a brief glimpse into how great the samurai are going to be during this war and during the Wano arc, and excited to see a lot more out of these samurai. Quickly talking about Queen here, we don't know much about Queen, but we do know that Queen is kind of a beast. I mean, Queen is not afraid of King, and we've seen some of King now, King kicking down Big Mom's ship down to the bottom of the waterfall. We saw Queen called King a scumbag and told King to shut his trap. So we know that Queen's maybe about as powerful as King, and we've seen some greatness from King already. So with this, we've seen a little bit of speculation into, is Queen going to be a scorpion devil fruit, or what kind of devil fruit Queen would be? I picture some kind of big, huge dinosaur-looking foe. Like I've already mentioned, we have King, and King is a pteranodon, which is pretty cool, super cool looking, can fly around, obviously powerful, kicks Big Mom's ship down to the bottom of the waterfall. I think we're going to see a lot more out of King. I want to see King fight Zoro, as I know you all do, and everyone's waiting for that to happen. Next, as you all know much about, we got Kaido, Thousand Beast Kaido, just an amazing opponent, gonna make the arc, of course. He's a dragon. We know his weaknesses are that he's probably getting drunk, and then also maybe a weakness that I was kind of relating to the whole Big Mom thing, is that he seemed pretty afraid of Big Mom. He's talking about how we can't let her up the waterfall, we can't let her into the land of Wano. So I think there's either an emotional relationship going on there, or Kaido knows more about Big Mom's powers than we got to see during the Totland arc. Additionally, we've seen from Kaido that with no hesitation, he can just swoop up, blow up Odin Ruin's castle. Amazing. Such an epic moment. I mean, I can't believe the first time we get to see Kaido's power, he just wipes out the entire top of a mountain and the whole Odin Ruin's castle. I mean, just fantastic. Just greatly powerful. He's going to be an unreal opponent. And then right after this, we get to see Luffy waste all of his energy, all of his power, everything we've seen from him, taking out Doflamingo. We get to see all those attacks, and then Kaido just stand up, give him Divine Thunder, and knock him out. So we know how epic Kaido's going to be. It's going to be pretty amazing to watch more. Of course, Shogun Orochi is also going to be a huge threat. I think it's more of an influential threat, though. We know that he's scheming, he's kind of running the land of Wano and all of the madness that's going on. He's working along with the government, influencing them, telling them that he's not afraid of them or anything that they have, and that he wants Vegapunk. So I don't know how much of a physical threat Orochi will be. We obviously have seen his devil fruit with all of the dragon heads, but I think he's going to be more of an influential threat, kind of like Kiroshiro would be. Speaking of Enamiri Kiroshiro, we know that he's also going to be kind of a threat. We're seeing him slither around in the background. He kind of works as a money trader underneath Orochi, but I think he's ultimately trying to overthrow Orochi, so possibly he could be some kind of ally, but I think he seems a little bit too sketchy, a little bit too evil to be an ally. I don't think he's like Komurasaki. Komurasaki might actually become an ally, but I think Kiroshiro is actually going to end up being a little bit of a threat kind of for his influential aspect that he's going to bring to the table. Next, we have X-Drake. So excited to see X-Drake. His hybrid form was amazing. He's got the Dragon, Ancient Type Devil Fruit. He's the Allosaurus. Super excited to see what kind of moves he can do. We got to see his original form a long time ago. I believe it was at Sabaody. So really excited to see more from X-Drake. And it sounds like he's kind of on a similar tier to what we've seen from King so far, is how I'd assume. They both have ancient dragon type fruits. So some quick other mentions that I want to bring up. There's the teacher in the flower capital. She's teaching all the students that Orochi's the best and teaching them what an isolationist country is and how great Wano is, how great Orochi is, and it's all because of Orochi. So she could end up being a potential fighting threat or influential threat later on. The Blackbeard pirates could very well make their way to Wano. It seems like they're running around and showing up at the most influential, perfect times to take power for later in the series. The world government might show up. A lot of people are hoping that Fujitora also shows up in the Land of Samurai, and we get to see a little bit of his action. And then there's also a lot of speculation behind traitors, and how did Kaido know that Raizo was for sure at Zou? So among the traitors that could potentially be causing some drastic havoc in this Wano arc here, a lot of people think it might be Raizo. And when I was looking back through the manga, rereading the chapters, I saw when Lady Kozuki was about to send everyone to the future, I saw that everyone was bowing down other than Raizo. And I just wanted to bring this up quick. I personally don't think it's Raizo, but I think that's one little foreshadowing as to why Raizo might be the traitor. What I do think is more likely is Kanjuro or Kawamatsu or Denjiro, one of these samurai being the traitor. We haven't found two of the samurai yet so far, and I think it's very likely that one of those two is actually just been working under Kaido and everyone's searching for him currently, and rather than having a traitor, he is kind of the traitor. We just find out right away that he has been working for Kaido. It's not as hidden as a lot of people think it's going to be. It would be pretty amazing if Kanjuro, this whole time, was also a traitor. We haven't got to see much out of Kanjuro. I mean, he summons the animals. He's somewhat helpful here and there, but not really. He hasn't been much. He hasn't really done much other than walk around, be there, and then ask questions. So maybe it's Kanjuro, but I do think one of the two samurai we might find out that he's just been working under Kaido this whole time. So there you have it, everyone. Those are the main enemies of Wano. Those are going to be the main threats that we see working against the Straw Hats in the land of Wano. I'm really excited to see how Luffy, the entire crew of course, but how Luffy and Zoro are going to unleash some Conqueror Haki moments, maybe some evolution. We might see Gear 5, we might see an awakening. We're going to see Zoro unleash his demonology, hopefully. I mean, we have the Nidai Katetsu that Luffy's been carrying around, so super excited to see how all this comes into play. You know Nami's going to be using her new cloud she's got following her. That's going to be epic. Big Mom just got to Wano. She wants that cloud back. Super hyped to see how this all plays out. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.